came into the life coaching through progression from the Pilates. I teach from a holistic point of view, which is what Joseph Pilates originally established. He wanted to establish the mind-body connection and how it encompassed everything in your life. The natural progression came about because as a result of, as my clients and I developed a rapport, they would open up about other things. Through that hour of focusing on themselves and initially being able to offload when they've walked in to say how they're feeling, at the end of it, they were leaving on a high. They were leaving energized with that much more clarity that they could suddenly see the problem that they had earlier was no longer a problem. And to me, it was a case of, I've done a little bit more than teach you how to breathe and how to move. I'd looked in the past at psychology and counselling, but in all honesty, I did not want to go down a degree route. Having the time, the energy, the finances to do a degree, I thought I needed something else because I like the psychology aspect. So life coaching was my progression, but it had to fit how I worked holistically with the Pilates. I didn't want to just do a life coaching course. I wanted something that had some real substance, some real depth to it. And it took a lot of searching before I stumbled upon you. Reading everything and downloading your prospectus. I'm going, ticking all the boxes here, tick, tick, tick. Yes, this is definitely it. I have not seen anything else that comes anywhere near what I'm looking for. So yeah, I took the plunge with it, thinking there isn't anything else, I'm just going to go with it. Initially, when I started the course with all that self-reflection work, it was a case of, oh, what have I let myself in for? But it was good to do because it addressed a lot of underlying issues for me, having my own health-related anxiety issues helped me to figure out what was causing them, why they were there, and how I could get rid of it. And I think I wrote at one point in my workbook to say that so many months in, I realised I'd not had one single anxiety episode. And when it did start to well up, I knew I could deal with it. And that to me was just total freedom. Thinking, I got a sniffle, oh my God, something drastic is happening. That was no longer the case. I'm thinking, if that can work in such a relatively short space of time, then you've got to get this out there to help so many more people. So yeah, it was fascinating to delve into your own psyche. And it's been fascinating as I've worked with my client case studies to delve into their psyche and to have them open up. What makes people tick really does interest me. I really like the deep aspects, and all the neuroscience in your course was just smack on for me. It was absolutely brilliant. I've gone on to learn so much more, and I've bought so many more books. I'm thinking I've got to stop buying books. I delve into the books and I pick pieces out and what it mirrors in your course and the depth that I'm getting out of other books. I'm bringing it all together. I can use this to ask deeper questions. I can use this to progress the questions without stumbling. And it's given me the confidence to just flow during a session. And that flow is happening more and more in my Pilates classes. So it's brought it back full circle. The tips and techniques that I now impart upon them is far more in depth. It all marries in together very, very nicely. And I'm really glad I found your course, because I think it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I can't remember actually how I stumbled over it, but I'm glad I did. Yeah, I've already recommended it to 2 other friends. One's a hypnotherapist and she's looking at mentoring and coaching, and I said, you've got to do this. You've got to do this. I said, just the neuro aspect alone, you've got to do this. I said, just do it. So thank you very much.